What's up, drama addicts? Welcome back to Shots and Twisted Plots, the only podcast where the sun is hot, the tea is hotter, and someone's always getting sent home.
I'm Josh, part-time podcaster, full-time Love Island obsessive.
And I'm Mika, and I'm gonna bring the sass, the side eye, and the receipts. We're your duo diving headfirst into the mess of Love Island USA Season 7.
This is Shots and Plot. Yeah, bitch, you see, because at that point, I was like, this is done. We're finished. We're done.
Dead, not you just jumped all the way to there.
Because, bitch, after you changed it, I said, well, shorten it, she said, bitch. I'm not saying jaw dropping shit. Fuck it. We're getting right into it. We got a lot to unpack here.
All right,
Okay.
so starting off with episode 10, it goes into Hannah and Pepe,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Jalen and Pepe have now made their entrance into that villa, but
Hannah is, to me, overly smitten with Pepe.
I do. I
Overly.
think right now at this point, she is really like into it. I like how at the beginning, Iris is getting to know the girls and Pepe and Jalen are getting to know the guys. And, it's all kind of nice and easy, smooth. We found out that I think it was Isis and Sierra both from LA.
Iris,
So, yep. See, you knew, girl. I'm sorry. All right. But yeah.
Iris pulled Nick for a chat, and really, it's
Mhm.
just them both going back and forth about how she's his type and he's. I don't really think she said he was her type,
I don't
but
think, yeah, I don't think
he
so.
made it sure. He made sure,
You made
like,
it positive. Well, no,
right,
she did.
and he wanted to. Your hair is pretty. Your teeth is pretty. Like, bro, her
Mm-hmm.
whole body pretty. Like, what the fuck?
Literally. Everything's perfect. Everything's perfect. Then let's get into this Iris and Huda conversation where Iris and Huda had that talk and basically Huda tries to check Iris on the door, like letting her know, like, yeah, we're not closed off, but like we're really,
Just
really hard. And that bitch, is her name Iris? Am I saying it right? Iris,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
She fucking was like, well, I see cracks in the pavement and I'm gonna slide in between them cracks. I said, okay, honey bunny, you better get in where you fit in and that'll be juicy later. Now, when Pepe and Hannah was fucking talking and shit, I honestly thought like she was gonna leave Charlie. Like I just knew at that moment, like because they went to the same college, it was all of that shit, and I was like, okay, she probably might fuck around and dip off on our man Charlie. But because at that same moment, Charlie saw that they was talking, like he peeped that shit, like he's like, oh, so they over there having a little shit chat. So I already
Let's
kind of felt that where Hood have been. Okay.
let's get into the chat of when I don't shit Jeremiah or Hood have pulled one of each other. One of them pulled each other.
So yeah, Jeremiah pulls Huda for a chat, and then they go into this space, that little speakeasy to have a conversation. And Huda's basically going in, talking about, that all she would go. She wasn't going in so hard at first. She was just kind of saying like, hey, I felt like you said that you were gonna do more,
Mm-hmm.
step up to the plate, and give me more energy, give me more. And she felt like he wasn't doing that, and he was like really
He
taken
told
aback, like me easing us into that.
go.
So yeah, so we get Huda basically, she's now planting the seeds of her delusion. She's letting him know, like, I feel like, let's, step it up, like, come a little harder. He's like, I feel like I'm doing the best, and I thought that was good, but he tries to reassure her that, I am gonna try to, step it up, and I mean, I guess do what I can, and then,
In my opinion, Jeremiah needs
yeah,
to bounce the
and
fuck
I mean,
back
this
from
is the
her
moment when Huda
because
slowly starts getting on my fucking nerves. Like,
she
this is right here.
literally, I hate people that look into other things that people are doing for somebody else
Mm-hmm.
because everybody show love differently. You can't make somebody do something
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. Like,
to
and
tailor what you want your
but think of it
so-called
like this,
paradise to
girl.
look
Remember
like.
from the beginning, like when she started trying to be the mom and dad of the house, when they thought that they were the power couple. Remember that? Like, I feel like
Hmm.
now she feels like they're losing that footing. So now she's comparing because she wasn't doing it at first. At first, she was the idol couple, the look up to couple. Now they're not, and I feel like
I don't
now
think
she.
they was ever the idol couple,
I don't
but
either,
okay.
but you remember they said it themselves. They said they'll call us mom and dad, and we're
I
married,
mean, yeah,
and
but just calling them, they call anybody
but
that's
also remember she said that they kept we're the strongest couple in the house. Like she kept making indicators
delusion,
that I mean, yeah, that's what I'm
delusion.
saying. She lives in a land of grandeur, but it's
Okay,
still,
so
our next conversation we can get into is Olandria and Jalen
and
that hit
country
that first.
boy Jalen,
Yeah. I can't believe he's from
and
a small
honestly,
town with
the
1,000
convers
people, bitch. That made me feel like y'all kissing cousins. It's
yeah,
only a
I
thousand of
mean,
y'all? Like 1,000 people, bitch.
It's small towns like that.
Yeah, I thought
But I
that was
mean, their
spooky crazy.
conversation was just getting to know each other. It was very
It was very surface,
surface
like you said
level.
last
He
episode. It
was
was
just
very
constantly telling her how pretty she was. If you like that shit, I guess.
yeah. What about Ace and Tyler? Like when they had their little
So
conversation, he's like, "Step your game
Ace
up."
tells Tyler he needs to step his game up.
Yeah, you don't even have a game going for yourself right now. Like you don't have a strong connection or partner. Like, what are you trying to give him advice for? Like saying, "Hey, like step it up, step it up." But what are you doing? You haven't even really let Shelly know that you are all in for her. You just told her you wanted to mess with Iris.
Hmm.
I really didn't get that.
And then
But
it cuts
in my
back when
opinion,
he's speaking with Ace. It cuts back to Olandra and Country Boy,
yeah.
and basically they just talk about how they compliment each other.
Yes, I still think that Taylor is more attractive than Jalen. I mean, he has a nice body. He's a strong man looking, but I'm like,
Mhm.
Taylor,
Her face card is a
his
little
face
sad.
card does serve. He just seemed a little slow to me, like I don't know if it's just because he's shy and this is television, but he seemed a
It could be
little
because he's
slow.
shy, he's
It
uncomfortable,
could be,
most
it could be, it
probably.
could be. I will give it up to that. But yeah, he do seem a little like
But
yer
the next
yer
chat
yer.
after that is Amaya and Pepe. They have a good chat.
Do
I
you
feel like
think?
Pepe have a good chat with everybody.
I feel like so Amaya and Pepe's chat was just delusional to me. Like she was so just
I mean,
like,
she's a single in the house, what you expect. She's looking for love. She's
okay,
trying to find her man.
we'll give her the benefit of the doubt, but bitch, it was giving me like she's like,
Yeah, she was a
Amaya's
little
got a
delusional, but
crush. Amaya's got a crush. I was like, girl, okay, you've got to
I
chill.
really like him. They both speak Spanish. They
They
got a
both
lot in
do. I wanted to
common.
see a little bit of Spanish go in there, but I didn't. I was looking for that. But he has highs for Hannah, like, but Maya's swooning over him. So I'm like, it's kind of weird. We're gonna get back to why I think it's weird because later, the that when the shoe's on the other foot, Miss Amaya steps. But I thought it was kind of crazy. Whatever. But I mean, she also was delusional over Ace.
You gotta think
So
about it. She probably didn't tell Hannah that she was like feeling Pepe, but Amaya is a single. She looked for somebody, but
she's trying to get in what she feeling, honestly. Now our
right.
next chat
So
between Jeremiah and Iris, which
yeah, so
that
it's
was interesting.
bedtime. Iris and Jeremiah. Well, Iris want to pull Jeremiah for a chat, but she said,
I didn't like the lie she made. Like she said that Huda said she was closed off, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure Huda did not say that. Huda said that they're just very close. But she said, "Oh yeah, well Huda said that you guys were closed
and
off." He was
Jeremiah
like,
didn't
"No."
correct her.
Well, he said
I
no. He
mean,
was like, "No, we're not closed off." He's like, we can pull me, you can pull me, we can chat." And they went and chatted.
right.
Now I think that he does like her more because remember when she got pulled for a chat with Amaya, it was kind of awkward. Like he really didn't want to talk to her very much. Like you could tell it was an awkward, like forced conversation. So I was
But
surprised.
he was there. They didn't have more problems then than
Yeah,
now.
true, true, true.
So.
They weren't on a rocky foundation. So
All right, so then I didn't, what I didn't like? Okay, so the other conversation was Sierra and Nick. She asked
where she was trying to talk
how
to
was
him,
what yeah, she was asking him how was his chat with Iris. He really wasn't really saying like I really,
then
I'm
he was saying
open.
that because he told her like he's feeling her, I'm really attracted. He was really kind of
Right. He was
gooning
really
over her,
spamming two chats
and
and right
I feel like
and was very quiet. He
he
didn't
did
say
not
like
tell that to Sierra, but he did the same thing when it was her and Bella. Like
Mhm.
he didn't let
So
like them
before
either one
the
know.
night ends, I don't like that Huda
You don't like who?
Huda was
Oh,
asking those questions to Jeremiah. It was
in
so
the middle of the
weird.
bed, like that little night bed capsing you're talking about, girl.
Yeah.
I thought that was so awkward, but that was like step two
Like
from that conversation earlier. Like, let me see what
like
did she
who wanna have that
say.
type of commentary when they trying to go to bed?
But whatever she said in the
Okay,
middle of
so
that
yeah.
night, it was honestly gross. Like it just gave me the it. Like it felt like the bitch
Yeah.
was really just
Okay.
grasping for straws.
So moving into the next morning, Nick tells Sierra that he's gonna cook her and Iris breakfast. And she said, "Oh, that's nice," when she really thought, bitch, what the fuck?
To her fucking face, it brings big tears, bitch. I was like, whoa,
No.
to your fucking face.
But
He keep doing it
she's
every
a
time
team
another
player.
bitch.
She's a team player, I can say that. But did
Yeah.
you peep that Tyler is low key a barber?
Did you see him cutting everybody up? I said, baby,
Everybody up.
what the fuck's going on? Even the white man. I said, okay, you know what? It's the fur. What the fuck am I trying to say?
Bitch.
It's
Crack.
what the fuck is the word called? Versatility. Bitch is gonna kill me. It was gonna cut me up. But let's cut to the conversation with
Oh, so let's cut to Jeremiah bringing Hood a breakfast. And this bitch gonna tell him
the fucking
no
shit was
protein.
not done, G. I was like,
No, she said no protein. And
yeah,
he
yeah,
said,
that was the first thing when she was picky about that. Yeah, that was
And he
cute.
was
And he
like,
was like,
"Yeah, we
"What?
all gotta share the
You know we
stove,
all got to
and
use
we
it, right? Like I'm
taking
not the only
turns
person."
to
And she's like,
make
I'm
breakfast."
just kidding. I'm just playing." Well, you could have just been shutting the fuck up, but you weren't.
That part, being
So
grateful bitch. You're not a grateful bitch, and
you're
it
an
shows.
ungrateful bitch with a fucking
Very
kid. Sorry. But cut to the conversation with Iris, Jalen, and Peppy having, where she noticed that
hmm
Jeremiah got that fucking hickey and she caught that like a ick. And
Yeah,
she's
and she
like,
said
that's
that
the
was the
second
ick.
time that like has happened and she noticed that. I thought that shit was wild. It's like marking your territory, you know? It's kind of like, like, why? So I'm like, for you to be acting such a
Mhm.
bitch to him, you really don't want him to get nobody else.
She really acts like a teenager, and that's my thing. I'm not trying to bash teen moms, but they have a lot of growing to do after
Yeah.
because they had a kid so young.
Yeah.
Some teen moms do grow up. Some
Some
of
of it,
them
some of them that
got a
experience
lot
makes
of
them
fucking
grow
growing
up.
to do.
But a lot of times they feel like,
Um,
yeah,
okay,
they're fucked up. But we can talk about
okay,
the
so
that little pull you for a chat that Ace tried to do when he tried to steal Shelly again for his
oh no,
yoga
he
date.
does a class for
Shelly,
Shelly, and Nick
yeah,
gives it.
yes, which I
I don't
thought
know
was
why his
like,
boys
girl.
are
First
so
of all, I'm
down
like,
to
why you
play
trying to? I feel
his.
like he's Ace is always trying to do some underlining shit. You know that Austin is a yoga or meditation person, so you go and do this fake ass Chris Brown.
She liked that shit. She liked it.
She
She loved
did.
it.
I'm like, God damn, she bitches be delusional. It's got to be that because
And
how
she's so delusional about him. I don't
so delusional
understand it.
about him. I'd be like, girl, where the fuck
He is
are
not on your team. And if it was the other way around
bitch? You'd be out there with the sharks.
with the Sharks, because baby, he
Girl, he ain't got a
it's
life
the fact
jacket for
that
your
he's not even
ass.
telling you about Iris,
Thought that was so awkward to
how
me.
they hitting it off.
It's disgusting.
Okay, okay, so then Huda tells it
Jeremiah,
cuts back to, yeah, Huda telling Jeremiah that her food was undercooked, and
just so
then
much.
proceeds to say you need to eat all your food because you're a man.
Oh, and fuck that. Let's get into the kitchen scene where she fucking told Tyler hey, can you help me with this, Tyler? Or
Yeah, and then told Jeremiah that, oh, he
that you
helped
should
me.
that you know thank you should help your homie Tyler or you should thank Tyler and all of that. And I'm
Yeah, she was
like,
like, then she proceeds to say, you should thank your boy Tyler. He helped me cook my breakfast, and basically said, should no other man be helping your woman cook breakfast?
she's
Like, girl,
clearly smoking
you're
that
crazy.
crystal meth. But and then she storms off
Jeremiah
because he just
wasn't,
starts like
he
shutting
was
her
not
down.
feeling her bullshit. He was not
Her
feeling it.
bullshit is actually extremely overwhelming. It's actually just like top notch level bullshit. It's really, really frustrating. At this point, especially with the storming off and the crying, I get so tired of her fucking crying. You're a mother. I would think that you have thicker skin than this, like a single mom at that. Like, it's very much
I
so
told you
like,
she has a lot of growing to do because she still have a teenager mentality. So you're gonna
yeah,
get that.
yeah.
But moving on to Iris and Jeremiah talking. She and Jeremiah basically states to Iris that they had him and Huda had a rough morning, but that's not like a
Yeah.
thing to turn him off from her, which I think he shouldn't have said that at all.
He could have kept it to himself.
He could have kept it to himself.
I mean,
And
well, like in that same moment that Iris and him are having a conversation, Huda is having her little talk with the girls, and she's basically like complaining about how
yeah,
she
she
is
always
the catch,
complains.
the prize, and she's so tired of not feeling valued. So I'm like, it's very odd that they're both having these dual conversations and both completely perceiving the situation opposite. So yeah, like that conversation she's having with the girls, basically, telling them like, oh, he got to step it up and just kind of, I feel like, bash it down talking to him in a sense to the girls when all he's done is really try, like put his best foot forward. Like, and then she blatantly just kind of, misleads them.
I feel like she constantly fib a little. She fibs
Yeah.
a little.
She
She stretched the
embellishes.
lie a
She
little bit.
embellishes quite a bit.
She never honestly says the right shit. She adds her own spin
Her own
on it.
little flair to it. Yeah. Like her own little,
So she basically telling the girls like, oh, I told him in Soul Ties like a week ago when it was just yesterday.
yesterday.
So what are you lying about the timeline for?
Yeah. Very
When you
misleading. And
just
it
told
lets
him
me know
yesterday you
that
wanted him to step it up, it don't make sense.
it's completely unorthodox the way she kind of leads things. And then what I don't like is that the girls don't even know Jeremiah enough to just take Huda's word for it. Like they're all in the house. You just met this bitch, like you just met him. And it seems like they never kind of get that reassurance, or no one pulls him for a chat to kind of like ask, like, hey, like what's going on? Like the way that Huda was doing that shit with Bella and Nick, like she kept pulling Nick to kind
Mhm.
of chat and get his side of things and be the middleman. They don't do that for her. They kind of just let her say what she wants and just kind of piggyback off of it, you know? And I feel like that's kind of not that's unfair to him.
So Pepe and Sierra are also having a chat. She really likes the chat, how it's going, and she said he is her type. And then at the same time, Nick and Charlie is having a conversation, and it's ironic. Nick say he don't like her chatting with Pepe
Yeah.
when he be chatting with everybody.
I mean, he's just chatty McChat a lot. So I thought that was kind of odd. But she does the same thing. Sierra's always like, it makes me feel a type of way, you know. But girl, your man is a he passed around. He like the white version of Ace.
Right. And so going into the next scene, Taylor and Olandria are having another one of Austin weird ass classes.
I thought it was cute. He tried to have a date with his booski.
He tried, and Olandria felt like Taylor was only doing that because of Country
Yeah,
Boys.
she felt like it was kind of disingenuine. Like, are you
It
only
felt like
doing
it
that?
wasn't
Yeah, like, are
authentic.
you doing that because he's
You
doing
truly
this?
want to, or
Or
you
do
doing
you
just
really
so you
actually,
don't
yeah,
get
like,
your
are
ass
you
sent
really
home.
interested? So I get
Right.
that.
And then it's the fact of Austin does that weird little ass
Where
thing where
he's
he's
like,
like,
push it to the side, push it to the side.
and he got the all right. I was
I was
like,
like,
yo,
sir,
when
this
I
is why you
tell
have
you
1,000 fucking porn videos out in the
when
world.
Charlie, because Charlie was sitting there watching, and when he did that shit, Charlie was like, "What the fuck?"
He's like, wait a minute.
I could not stop
What
laughing.
fucking
I was
move
like,
was that, bitch? It
right, because that
sent me
shit
to
was
the
something
moon.
else.
Girl, we can get into the
Okay,
next
so
chat.
then it cuts into Ace and Iris, and they connect basically off. They both have divorced parents, and Austin, I feel like Austin opened up a lot more talking to her.
I did too. I did too.
I'm like, we see a little different side of him when he was talking to her.
Yeah.
And so, cutting to the next scene, Olandria, Taylor, and Shelly are talking. And basically, Olandria tells Shelly, "You got my boy Austin stressed the hell out."
Rest. And it's really because she
And the only thing Shelly keeps trying to say is, "I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out." Girl, figure it the fuck out already.
figured out today. Yeah.
Please. And then we are
Oh
cutting
well,
into
wait. I
Hood.
want to get into the fact that did we not miss the part where fucking Jeremiah and Taylor had their conversation where he actually outed Huda and told him the truth that it wasn't he offered to help that she stopped and asked him because he didn't know that he wasn't aware and then he waits to see and uses that like in his back pocket to see if Huda's gonna be honest with him later
No,
before dinner. I thought that was that kind of let me know that let me know that he saw that she's a liar too now. You know, like that was kind of like the first inkling that he kind of opened his eyes to see like, oh yeah, this bitch,
yeah, she be lying about little
she
shit,
be
but
like,
that's
yeah, because like, you know, she be pulling it, you know. So I thought that was like, okay, now you see her manipulation, like weird bullshit. But now we have the Islanders gathering for that little truth of dare bit.
mm-mm.
Once you get this.
The next chat is Huda and Maya.
Oh, I thought you skipped her. That's at the beginning of this one I just talked about. Because I didn't hear you. I don't know what you were talking about with that last one with Austin. I was like, I don't have that in my notes, the Austin and whatever. But yeah, I do have the Huda and Amaya
Huda and Amaya
conversation.
are talking. Huda is just basically venting to her, telling us if she wants Jeremiah to act right, and here come my girl Amaya saying, "Bitch, he is. What the
Yeah,
fuck
and
wrong with you?"
I thought that was the first time I actually agreed with Amaya. Like I was like actually like in step with her because I was like, okay, yeah, that is true. Like,
And
he is.
I was thinking, and then she was like, yeah, but that's not enough. He's not doing enough, this and
What
that.
more do
And
you
she was like,
want?
maybe, and Amaya was like, maybe romance is not his thing, which some people have
He's
different
not
ways
been
to
in a
show
whole
love.
shitload of relationships, so he's told 10 girls he loved them, and that's from the age of 16 and now. So, in half the time, he didn't know what he was saying. And then our next chat after them is
Right.
between Nick
And
and
then, oh, bitch, I wasn't doing it.
keep going.
Okay, so, um,
This was a short comment.
Amaya, so as Huda is still venting, Amaya's just like, yeah, 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 yeah. And I thought Amaya was gonna say fucking more,
I
like
didn't.
defend Jeremiah a little more.
I didn't.
But then she just goes into the yes man for her.
I saw that completely coming. That's why I didn't even keep too many notes on her because I already knew that. It's kind of predictable. The only thing that was unpredictable to me was when she decided to stick up for him in the first place. I didn't count that to be in her vernacular. So when she did it, I was like, oh, okay, very studious of you, girl. You have some bandwidth to you, you know. But when she quickly flipped over pancake style, I was like, okay, you just basically let Huda beat you into submission. Like she kept rebuttaling you into compliance. So I just kind of knew that was because it's Amaya, it's on brand for her, you know?
Yeah, so Jeremiah and Ace, not Ace, Jeremiah and
It's
Austin are
Nick.
talking. Mm-mm.
Mine say maybe
Jeremiah Austin.
mine say Jeremiah and Nick, and it say that this the end all be all if she gets this mad over pancakes. Is that what you got too? Like the pancakes and salt?
No,
Maybe you skipped that
that was on the
conversation.
13th. Wait a minute, where you at,
I'm
bitch?
like,
Because that
remember you
was
didn't get every single chat. This pop, bitch.
okay.
What did you say? That was crazy work. Moving on into the truth of dare of the night before dinner. So our first thing we got up is Shelly and Austin with their truth or dare for your favorite sex positions. And I honestly love a good Shelly and Austin
It was a
moment.
little game, a little game.
I'm here for it. I root for them, but I just feel like Austin just break through that shell and just tell him, call him that word that you're not supposed to use, and just be like, "This is
So
my
he can get
girl."
canceled. So he can get canceled
I
and kicked
mean,
off the
don't
show.
cancel my Buki Bear. Maybe say it with a W. But yeah, like say it and let him know, like that's my
So he can
girl,
still get canceled. Okay.
so he can double get canceled. I thought it was cute the sex
Okay.
positions and the
And
noises.
then they tell Ace it's his turn, and he said, "Oh, I don't want to
Girl, such
participate."
a fucking party pooper, Ace. I felt like, he should have went home. Cause how do you just quit? Like, why do you want to not do it? Like, I didn't get that. I felt like he was just kind of shitty because Austin and Shelly did something. Like, you're a real f boy, if you know what I mean. But that pull you for the 1-on-1 that I wasn't expecting for sure. Like during the game where
Hmm.
I pull Iris for a 1-on-1, I was like, what was that about?
They weren't talking about shit.
Not at all. But I was just surprised that he
I'm not
did it.
talking.
But I
They
like
weren't
that
talking about
Taylor was
shit.
trying to reassure Sierra, like, he's just playing the game, like, he just wants, but I felt like he does that a lot. He pulls for chats while she's just right there blatantly.
Yeah, and then Taylor leans over to Sierra
To
and
try to
asks her,
like
"Was she cool?"
he's like just he's trying to reassure her, like, you're good. Don't worry about it like that. He's just playing the game.
And she
And
said,
then,
"But I really
when
like
we
Nick.
see
Girl,
Sierra
Nick
and
for
Pepe, I mean
everybody too.
Sierra and Pepe go for a chat after that. And she wasn't expecting to be,
Yeah,
so
they have a
enamored
good
by
chat.
him. I thought that it was
Hmm.
a good one.
I
Is
mean, it's their second chat. She keeps us on,
Yeah.
"Oh, we just had a good chat. We just had a good."
It
They
was
all
so
saying the same
beautiful.
thing. Like, please pick a new dialogue.
Yeah. Like, and I mean, I just felt like at the end of the day, it's kind of like she don't show interest in nobody else. She put all her eggs in his basket. But no one says anything when another player does that. Like, I feel like because they do all that kissing in the games, they think, oh, it's fair game. Because if we really think about it, Sierra has no other potential boost. She's just all
Mhm.
for Nick. And I think they only make it okay because Nick is playing the field and she's
Right.
not tripping. But Huda and Jeremiah do it is kind of like, oh, fuck that. It's fake. Like, everyone's against it.
Okay. And then Nick and Tyler are having a chat, and Tyler really tells him how he enjoyed his date with what's her name, Olandria?
Yeah, Olandria. It's boo boo.
And at the same time, Olandria and Jalen are having a chat. I think
Literally.
they are messy
It,
in that mixing room.
I mean, they
Messy as hell.
love the production table. They don't put, they throw it all on the floor.
And they have a good chat. He give her a little kiss on the cheek at
That
the
little,
end.
that
That was
little
cute.
peck was like, okay, okay. And I just was like, all right, all right. I have no thoughts on that. I felt that was kind of like, he's really trying. I feel like, because like you told me about, I guess, them watching it from the hotels
Mm-hmm.
beforehand, I feel like he kind of saw that wasn't what Taylor was doing. And he's like, that's what I'm going to do.
He
Like,
came in with an agenda, and it's
yeah, it
cute.
really very much so felt like that.
It'd be like that sometimes. Okay, and then after
Who
that,
was our next?
Iris and Ace are yet having another chat, and they're hitting it off, baby.
And I felt like they were a little intimate. What did you think? Like you thought they were a little close. Like when he got up and sat
And
by her, I thought that was a
one
little.
thing, she wanted him to follow her.
Bitch, I feel like the cameras just didn't show us, him go. Because when he sat there and said, "What the fuck," I was like, "Yeah, why by fetch? Like, what are you doing? Get your little light skinned lady sings the blues ass over there." But I feel like, because he's like, what the fuck is going on? And I just be like, what? He does this and Shelly never sees. I've
Hmm.
noticed that, like, every time his pull you for the chats happen with Amaya, with new girl Iris,
She don't see a thing.
she's never around. And he has never even made it like a known thing that this motherfucker is dating or liking. Well, he did. I won't say that. I will give you points, Ace. 1 point for Gryffindor and one from Slytherin. But he did tell her, like, he's exploring his options. But my thing that's what the one thing I can't really stand about my homegirl Shelly is like, you're delusional because, ma'am, he's never chosen you. And if you think that you're like a end of the road type of love, baby, I wanted to know that I'm on the first choice. You chose him first. Out of all the men that you could have picked, you picked him. You picked Austin second.
Mm-hmm.
Yet he picked you not once. And I don't like that. I don't like that for her. So we'll
A
see if he
little.
commits. I don't think
It
so.
won't. But Pepe and Hannah go for a chat,
Mm-hmm.
and Charlie is also talking with Shelly
Mm-hmm.
at the same time. So he's basically telling
Well, because
her,
well,
"Oh, was
wait.
that
I want to
Orlando?"
get into that first little bit, that little bit where Pepe gets into the argument with Charlie in the kitchen over Hannah over the pull you for a chat.
Oh yeah,
I
I
want to get into
mean,
that. I thought that that was spicy to me. That was kind of like the first time I saw two men stand there. Like that's what I want to see between Ace and Austin. Like when Pepe came and tried to pull Hannah for a chat and they were already making guac. And Pepe basically tried to kick this motherfucker out of the kitchen and say, like, oh, yeah, you're going to have to leave because we finna have a one on one. He said, I'm going to have to leave? No, you guys are going to have to go because I'm in here cooking guac. So sorry. I was
you
like,
know what I don't
stand your
understand?
ground.
Like, if you already occupying your time with someone else at the moment, just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna pay you for a chat once I'm done with him." Like, be
Mm,
respectful. It ain't that damn hard. But going back into this damn chat with them, they go to the speakeasy
girl.
and they start chatting and flirting and
Chatting.
all that bullshit.
Chatting. It just, I already
And
kind of knew it was too
Shelly,
comfortable.
Charlie, and
And Shelly,
is having this chat with
on the
Shelly,
same, in the same moment,
basically telling her like, "Oh, I
girl.
know for a fact they gonna
Yeah,
kiss."
and that's
Like
what, now, what do you think about that? What
this
do you
man
think that?
radar
Why did you
is
think
on
that?
a
Because
million.
why did he know that off bat? Like he just knew.
And
Like he just
each
knew.
time he predicted it, he was correct,
He knew. And he was not wrong. And I was like, but I feel like
not
one,
delusional.
he know his bitch. He like, she'd tongue me down in the back room. I know she'd kiss a motherfucker. He like he know his bitch. And that's I'm like, that's why it really kind of got to me. It's like he really like he fuck with her. Like he know her. Because baby, when I say she straddled that man, rode him like a cowgirl.
And she didn't even tell him she did that. She's
And
like, "Oh
now,
yeah,
okay,
we
let's get
kissed."
into that too. Let's get into that. Let's get into that. Let's
Y'all
get that
kissed?
breakdown.
Bookie, you did
Because
more than that.
how do you feel? Because I've got okay. So in my little notes here, I got a little recap saying that basically, because you know, Shelly basically tells Charlie like, no, you're
Not to worry
good. You
about it.
have nothing to worry about. Like
Mm-hmm.
everything's fine. Like you know, you're all good. Everything's copacetic. And I'm just like, no, it's not. But what I felt was fucked up is how that ended. I didn't like that when Hannah, after all was said and done, and she decided to like bounce up out of there and shit and leave,
Mm-hmm.
she left and went and sat at the table. Now, get into this table talk. Like, this puts Red Table to
Mm-hmm.
fucking shame because Nick's messy Ace Jr., bumple face, bumpy lip
I
ass.
don't think he was really trying to be
I
messy. He was
don't
just like, "Hey, bro, you got lipstick on your face."
I don't give a fuck. I don't. I blame it on messiness. He's a messy motherfucker. Like I can't say that. To me, it was messy. He was being messy. Granted, I'm on his side with it. I agree wholeheartedly with the diagnosis because I felt like, okay, yeah, but you got lipstick on your face. Wipe it
And it
off.
was like, and then it's the fact that everybody around the table tried to come at him because they were like, "You say that while Charlie right there? Like, why would
No,
you do
first of
that?"
all,
Like,
before even
is
that,
y'all
I thought that
cool?
was crazy work too. But before even that, when he said it and Pepe like stormed off, I was like, whoa, what was that about? Like, why did you get so
And
upset?
my whole thing is, I don't think any of them are real friends in there. Y'all keep
Well,
saying y'all
and
got
what
the
was the crazy thing?
sisterhood, the
Because he tried to
brotherhood.
say, you know, the what's the fucking name? Nick was like, well, "That's a foul, bro. That's foul, bro." Like, you know, he tried to make. I don't know if those were his exact words, but he had made that comment like, "Oh, that's bro," or "That's bro, dude," like, or "That's back." Like, he made some sly
Y'all all
comment.
fake. Y'all fake.
Yeah, they're all fake. Fake as press on nails, honey. But like, it just was very much so to me. Like, okay, you called him out, and then see, it says Windows was shut down.
You keep stopping and reading, just keep going.
No, my
Okay. Yep.
So and I just felt like that was real messy, but I did understand why he did it, and I mean, because it was there when fucking what's her name when Hannah comes to the table. I mean, when Hannah says like when Olandria and Tyler come to the table, like, well, what happened? And y'all try to jump on him about it, and he's like, what the fuck? I didn't even
Hmm.
say. It. And all I said was like, I didn't even say it in front of Charlie. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's cool. Y'all need to calm down. Like, but you see that they all jump to conclusions. Like, it seems like y'all just be all raw.
But even if still, y'all hoes ain't
Y'all not
friends.
friends, because baby, tell me. But now, do you think, in your opinion, that Hannah was gonna say anything if Nick had not called it
No,
out?
she wasn't gonna say
I
shit.
agree.
She
I'm
wasn't
one
gonna say
hundred
shit.
ten percent with you because she made it seem like she would, and I didn't think that it was true.
And the laughing was crazy.
Yeah, like it was like she was like, "Oh my gosh," and then it just got so heated at the table. That motherfucking Pepe ran off, and then Nick ran. I mean, not Nick, Austin ran after Pepe left. He ran his ass over there and told him, "Hey, Charlie, you know your homegirl just yeah, she was
And they
doing
was
it.
like, he's gonna go tell him that's his
You know,
fan.
that's his
Okay, so
bestie.
in
That's his bestie. Period. That's why I
that's what the
love
fuck
you,
he posted.
Nick, because you are a man's. I mean, not Nick. Fuck you, Nick. I love you, Austin, because you are a man's man and you're a boy's boy, and I really fuck with that. Like, I think that that's really genuine of you to actually like. He went out of his way to go get his friend. Like, nah, y'all not gonna talk
Go
about my
tell your
homie at the
homeboy
table.
what the fuck is going down.
He said, "You're gonna know. You're gonna know."
As you the fuck should.
So, getting into our next plea with the chat, we've got Hannah and Charlie at the beginning of this episode, where basically Charlie is like, this is a safe space. You can go ahead and you can express yourself. Tell me what's going on. Like, speak your mind. Hannah's very hesitant and neglected at first. Like, she's like, I want to tell you everything. And you can kind of tell she really doesn't want to hurt his feelings. But, like, I feel like because this is forced out of her, like I said earlier, like, I feel like because this was forced out of her, she feels that she has to say it. And she don't want to. So she's kind of like fighting with herself on if I should say exactly what it is, if I should sugarcoat it. Like, I feel like it's a debate in her mind. And then eventually she just tells her, like, you know, I'm here to play fair and all of that. And he's okay with the kiss, but he feels the type of way. And you could tell, like, he just feels kind of like disappointed in her, which I can get because it's kind of like, bitch, you just made out with this man in the same place you made out with me and said nothing. Like, you
Right. And then I feel like the little commentary at like when they go for their chat with the group and it was like, oh, it's only week two, ooh, this. And then he was like, oh, would you say that if I was kissing Iris? And she's like, oh, it's only week two, so I wouldn't feel no type of way. It's a
well,
fucking
between who? But
lie.
from Huda?
Because y'all would exactly know from
Yeah,
Alandria,
I feel
Taylor
like that. I
asked her
agree. I agree.
if it was me. It's a fucking lie
Because, I
because you gonna
mean,
feel some fucking type of way.
look at how Tyler like, but that lets you know Alandria
And I'm
and
so sick of them saying like the week it is. Like, okay, shut the fuck up about what
because it's
week
a
it is.
social experiment.
Last season, they never said what week it is, what day it is. They never said none of that. Y'all keep reminding us what date it is. It's only 2 weeks. It's only 2 days. It's only three
It's
days. Like,
only a hundred
shut the
thousand dollars,
fuck
and it's
up.
only a social experiment. Like, you've never done this before. You can't go into it with the mentality like this is how it's supposed to work. Like the outside world, it's different. Like, you're stuck on an island where you don't get to interact with any other humans but these humans.
I think they're so focused on trying to find ways where they can stay than to actually
Actually
focus
doing the
on
experiment.
the experiment. Right.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like
And everybody's so focused on, oh,
they
we are
love
exploring, we're
that
not
fucking
closed,
word.
we're open.
They throw
I'm
that
just
word
gonna
around
make
like
them stay.
goddamn
Like,
cottage cheese.
nobody gives a fuck if you're open or if you're closed, bitch. Choose. It's
Who?
who gonna stop
Who gonna check you, boo? Our next get into a pull you for a chat is between Austin and Shelly. And of course, I hate these
you?
talks, but
He wanna fall back for the
he wanna
80th
fall
time
back, and of course he's
and
feeling
falling
like he
for it.
really likes her. But I love that he can admit in his confessional that he
You
feels like, you know, he really likes Shelly, and he always whenever he has this conversation, he feels bad because she's so like emotionally intellectual and she has such emotional intelligence that he it makes him think that he wants to mature.
but she's not the girl for you.
No,
Not
it's
the
not,
girl
but
for
I
you.
want her to be. I
Um,
do. I do.
Shirley is. I don't know why she not seeing what other people are seeing, but and my thing is, I wish they would have put Ace with the
I
bombshell,
really.
so you can know for a fact, like he's
He's
not
not.
telling you everything.
And I just feel like that would have been easier.
I don't like the fact that she like I don't. The one thing I don't like that Shelly said was, I don't wanna reassure him. That's just so
I
draining to
did see
me.
that.
But you
Yeah,
want to be
but see that's what
reassured.
I'm
But you
noticing
want to
with the
be
women.
reassured.
Like it's very it reminds me like the way these women are acting is very much so like it reminds me of how bitches were in the 50s. Like, shut up, be quiet, I'm opening the door for you. You're like it's like they want to be treated like a woman in the 50s with the respect of a bitch in the 2025 era, and it's like that's just not how society that's not how life works. It doesn't work that way.
That's
Like
not how.
either you're gonna be an equal opportunist and you're gonna like give what you want and get what you like give as much as you want to get. Like and they don't do that. They want and they don't
And the
offer
thing
shit.
is, that's so blatant on the screen is they can
Oh
do
yes,
it,
and I
but the
really
boys
feel like the
can't.
double standard is crazy this season. Like the double standard
It's
is
out of
disgusting.
this
Like
damn
it's almost
world.
like you bitches have what to offer. Like, and that's the thing, like, okay, let's say they do have something to offer outside of the show, but in the show, what are you bringing to the table that makes these men want
Not a
to
damn
really
thing.
like go out of their way and go up in arms about you? Like, you're not bringing anything special.
I honestly can't wait to
We're
Casa
just
Amor.
ready for
I'm
them to
so
shake the
fucking
table,
ready
baby.
for Casa
I am too,
Amor to
because I'm just
happen.
ready for these people to be
Because it's gonna show what I see.
that they all fake as press on nails. I want to see Ace
Hmm.
just go, honestly. If Ace could just be gone, I could just be happy.
You know what okay, we're gonna get this source in. Okay, okay, so Jeremiah pulled to the 4chan and right off that he was like, sorry about the whole, pancake situation. I didn't expect it to go like that way. And then she got defensive, of course. It was like, you're not getting the fucking point. And I felt like that was just extra asshood.
Oh,
Oh, and then she brings up the whole, oh, you said you was gonna change. Bitch, it's only been one day. But shit don't change overnight. Like, bitch, you're really delusional and psychotic.
pause it. Where the fuck is,
But
where is Huda's in conversation? Are you? And I really didn't like fuck with the fact that like she just bursted out and started like basically like starting off all soft and soft spoken and then just snapped. I mean, like, well,
she
she
was
wasn't
never
aggressive like
soft
that
to
as
me.
aggressive as she was when she was like, what did you just say? Don't ever tell them our fucking business. Don't ever do that. Like, don't like that. She got like, you know what I mean?
She
Like,
got
that's
real
what I mean by
aggressive.
soft. Like, she was real kind of understanding or trying to be level headed. So she thought, but when she pulled that, don't ever tell anybody our fucking business, and I don't give a fuck about like all of that rah rah. I was just like, whoa, bitch, like chill. Take it back. Take a chill pill. Like, take a breath. Like, what's going on?
She could have
She
said
could
it
have.
another
She could have
way. Like,
expressed
I don't
herself like
like
an
the fact
adult.
that you,
It was
yeah,
very
she could have
demanding.
simply said, I don't like the fact that you discussed our business with another female that I don't know. I wish you wouldn't do that in the future, and
Simple.
let's
And
move
I mean,
past it.
to
So
me, in
simple.
all honest opinion, it's a social experiment. Who the fuck am I gonna talk to it about? Like, who am I gonna talk to it about? Like, who the fuck am I gonna talk to if not the people in this fucking house? So for you to tell me not to talk to somebody just kind of feels like it's you doubling down on me and controlling the narrative for me. So I didn't fuck with that. I really
Hmm.
felt like that was kind of her just really just jing, like it wasn't, she was digging, and I ain't
Yeah.
fuck with that. I really feel like that was really just she's continuously turning me off from her. And I'm just like, okay, I'm good on you, Huda. And of course I didn't like that Jeremiah kind of like he
She
liked it.
got,
I didn't like that he liked that toxic shit that she was serving. Because he comes from a whole household where his mom and his dad have real love for each other.
I feel like men are okay with their woman being
I
alone.
mean, that's sad to me, though. I feel like, well, and that must mean his mom is toxic. Sorry, Mama Jeremiah, but coming to you from Mika's mouth first.
She might not be, but
It
men
could
like
be,
that
but I
crazy
just
shit.
hate that for him and for her. Like, I hate that she think that it's okay for her to discuss and to talk to him that way, and he is like, "You're crazy." Like, he laughs and he's like, "You're psycho." Like, he thinks it's like kind of flattering. I say.
But what I can tell, I feel like Jeremiah is
Oh
a
hell, bitch!
suburban kid.
Hands down, hood never struck me
So
in his vernacular
he he might really find that
because it's something
attractive.
different. It's something he's never ever had.
He might really like his
He's
women a
never had
little
that, and it's
crazy.
giving like, okay, you're giving me something new, something fresh, and I
Yeah,
hate that for you, Jeremiah, because baby, it's ain't shit cute about it. You deserve so
you
much
deserve
better.
it.
You deserve
He's
a
like a
man
sweet man. Like,
like me.
he is very. You kind of threw me for a loop there. Hmm.
Look it.
Okay.
You don't know what's on the other side of the gate until you get in the grass, bitch. Whatever they say. Moving right along
Against
into
you.
our next fucking topic. We have our next chat, which is between Shelly and fucking Ace. He asked about the conversation with
Hmm.
Austin.
And baby, Shelly's eyes are starting to peel back a little bit. And like,
I
damn, this
mean,
motherfucker
bitch,
is
at
for
this point,
everyone.
popcorn, popcorn. You never know. I mean,
But she's
bitch,
still
we
gonna fuck
know
with
that, but our audience will get into that a little later. But bitch, I'm so tired of her popcorning with this nigga. Man, she says, so if you want to say something like, ma'am. So she basically says, like, you want to get into it, like, what you want to say. And he's like, because he's like, do you
right.
really want to know about our conversation? Or are you just asking? He's like, first, let me say what I'm going to say. And that's when Ace decides to lay it on her. about this newbie that he had this great chat with. Mind you, I felt like their chats were great. I will not undermine their chats, but fake to me. And he's basically telling her about
Yeah.
this. And he's like, yeah, well, I really feel like I'm feeling her and I want to explore that. And then it just instantly clicks to Shelly. She's like, well, he's like, so how do you feel about what I just told you? And she's like, I mean, I'm not gonna be happy about that. Like,
I
I don't
don't
know what
like
you want. I
it.
mean, you can do what you need to do. Like, I get it, but like, no one's gonna be like that you're talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
And in her confession, she does say, she's like, I really feel like now I'm starting to really like connect the dots. Too bad it doesn't last.
Could wanted to, but
I am tired
honestly,
of
I'm
it.
so
I'm
tired of
tired
that
of that. I'm tired
storyline.
of that game.
And then the next scene is really just them getting ready for bed, really. The boys talk about they girls and the girls talk about they boys. And it really ain't much to talk about.
Well, I do want to talk about that shot with
You got anything
Olandria
you want
and
to say about
Shelly,
the
where she
commentary?
did basically tell Olandria, like, bitch, I am seeing it. Because, I feel like it's only real when they start telling the girls, outside. Like, when they start bringing it to life, I like that. So I thought that, okay, so really, she might be seeing the lights, I thought. So I did want to point that out, that she did, like, point it out, because she never really did that before. And then the next morning, we can get into that. The breakfast being made, and then we see this fucking breakfast thing. That breakfast for Ace is just
Ace
for
brings
the new
Iris
girl. He says,
breakfast
fuck
and
Shelly.
not
After they have that
Shelly.
whole heart-to-heart conversation, I was like, so where the fuck is her breakfast? But let's get into the most juiciest thing of the night in the morning. Huda and Jeremiah,
Oh yeah, because
they
Jeremiah and
fucked.
Hood are having
And I just
fucking
feel like in
sex
front of
right
everybody, I
like
kind of felt like that was what was going on when he said in the bed, like the night he was like, you can do whatever you want before the lights go out. And I was like, what does that mean? Are y'all finna have oral sex or something? But I didn't see her head disappear.
I think she was giving him a
I think they've been
handy.
giving each other handies. I thought that she said they had sex. Handy ain't a sex. Oral sex is sex.
Right. But the clip
It does make me give
shows them in a
handy
room
vibes.
having
I did
sex.
see like her,
Before that,
it's a movement.
right, before that, I think she was giving him a handy
Oh, you
because he
heard
was
moaning.
moaning in the mic.
Girl, I was
Yeah, you
also
ain't
at
hear
work
me?
watching it. So NSFA, I mean, whatever they say, NSFW, like I was very much so trying to keep it cute.
Okay, so then it cuts into the next morning.
And that's when
Everybody
she
wakes
mentions
up.
that.
And yeah, I don't want to tell all the girls,
We kind of had
we kind of
sex a
like
little
had sex,
bit. Like
guys.
it was a
I'm not
little,
gonna say
there was a
when or
little
where,
something
but
going
we
on.
kind
Like I don't know, it was a little something. I can't really say when. It's like y'all had sex. She's like no, but yeah.
of so stupid. But okay, then
Yeah,
I
after
think Ace
talking to
was talking to
Pepe,
Taylor, right? When
like
he said
Ace and Pepe is really quick and brief because
are
Pepe
talking.
and Ace have that indication that he didn't expect to start to like the newbie Iris. Yeah,
To be
like they had a little
liking
side to
Iris
side.
like that.
But I wasn't surprised.
Even though we know what's surprising to me, Ace said
That did
Iris is his
surprise me
type.
too, but I mean, after seeing Amaya, I feel like they kind of similar, like with that exotic skin complexion thing. I was like, okay, but then again, Huda is his type, and they're like Huda. He
But I
said
think
initially he liked Huda, but no, that's
that's
what I've been
probably
saying.
why
Like that's
he is
why he's
so
so fucking
fucking
jealous and so much
thirsty
of a
to break
hater to
them
the
up.
group for them because he did feel her at first and he couldn't get a chance. So he's kind of like, bitch, I couldn't get you. And I don't like that.
So my thing is, okay, so Nick and Charlie are talking, and Nick brings up the fact that Charlie pulled Iris for a chat, and I thought that was so fucking weird. Like, why
Well,
haven't you reason?
Nick is
Why are you worried
Ace
about that?
Junior.
Why are you
Like
worried about
Nick
that,
is
Nick?
Ace Junior. He's very much so like gonna just follow. Like he's gonna do what he. I feel like he's a
Hmm.
minion. He's Couscous from
Right.
fucking For the Love of Kronk. Like he's Kronk. Like he's the Kronk nigga. I mean man. Okay. So our next play for the chat is between newbie Iris and Charlie. Go up and now I want to get into the same moment that happens. We see that his homegirl Hannah peeps that she pulled that they're going for a chat, and Hannah goes and pulls
Hmm.
Taylor for a chat because she's about to crash out over that shit.
For
Absolutely
no
none,
reason.
because it's
But
wild.
my thing is, I don't understand her crashing out when you literally just tone this man down
So
and
the
he can't stay
justification on her
open.
end is that basically because he decided to do it in her face and she did it behind closed
She
doors.
thinks
Yeah,
he's
she's like,
doing a
I did what I
real.
did right. Like,
Yeah, she thinks he's doing her best. But even if he was,
period, it's a
bitch, so the
game.
fuck
She was like,
would.
I got pulled for a chat. Like, I never pulled anyone. Okay, you're the girl, and y'all make it seem like there's this standard where the men have to do every fucking thing. So why would he
Hmm.
not pull a girl for a chat? Because when Jeremiah doesn't do what the men are doing, as y'all can see, when he doesn't follow that whole the men have to lead bullshit, everyone all of a sudden has this hate bandwagon, this hate train for them. So yeah, he went and pulled her for a chat because you've been sucking the tongue out of Pepe. So I got it why he did it, but I mean her crash out was so
That
invalid.
was horrible. They all crash shots
Facts.
fucking invalid.
Facts. I
This is
cannot
so
disagree
weird.
with you. Our next play for the chat that we have is between Olandria and Taylor. They're going pretty smooth, where she's basically letting him know the pressure's on. You know, Jalen is out in the field, and you better step your game up.
They're saying the same shit
Yeah, I
over and
mean,
over
to me, it
again.
is very repetitive. The next play for the chat we got is between Charlie and Hannah, where she feels like she did the right thing by letting him know basically she's down in his face with it and shit. Like she's trying to get more reassurance. Like, you know, I feel like she wouldn't have said
Hmm.
shit though. Like, I feel like if that hadn't happened, if Nick hadn't pointed it out, it wouldn't have happened. Charlie points out that basically he only had a basic conversation with the bitch.
I think Taylor and Olindra are
I
like more
do, but
friends than anything.
I think that it's because the game has it set up like that. Like I feel like in real life they probably would get along really well.
No, it's just they don't
You
have
don't
a
think
real
so?
connection.
I so
Hell
you
no.
did.
I've been
I
said that
like
from the
them.
beginning. Hell no.
Ish
They ain't
like a
got
bitch with
shit.
no ass.
You got more of a connection with Jalen than
I
she
just think
did
Jalen is so
than his
unattractive. Like he
ass.
doesn't fit her.
Yeah, it don't matter if he's
Fits
unattractive.
hers
His
better,
personality is what's
I
drawing her in.
guess. Tomato tomato.
All right. Okay. So then,
Our
what we
next
moving
one
into next?
after who we did? If we had our like Olandry and them, but our next
But after Alindra, I know Charlie and Iris are still talking in
yeah,
soul
but you
ties.
know, they are yapping about getting to know each other.
Not talking about
But the next big conversation I
okay.
feel like we can get into is the challenge, Godwood. Like we
Okay.
have to get right into the
Yeah,
Godwood
let's do
because
that.
that's like kind of towards the end of the episode. And basically, I want to get into the details of the nitty gritty of that bullshit. And I only want to put out that Nick ass has been breaking out, okay? In the mouth, the lip, everywhere. Like the nose. Something's happening on the island, okay? They're getting bit by bugs. But now let's get into the challenge. All the guys and girls they gather in their lumberjack, lard, whatever outfits, which I thought was so weird. Are they like in the same place where the pool was? Like it looked very similar. So I'm like, maybe they're just resetting this area
Probably.
up. I was like, that's creative as
Probably.
fuck. They gotta have a nice builder
Because they
team. Like
don't leave
that
the
team's
island.
gotta be legit. Cause to rebuild these sites like this on a whatever basis
They
in one
probably
time,
built them all. They own the island. They own one
cool,
island that they can't leave.
true.
So
They could
they
have.
probably
So the
built
challenge
multiple
starts
sets.
where basically the guys have to chop a log that has a question. The question wants them whoever the question answer is, like let's say if I ask you a question and then the answer is you, I spray you with I don't know what the shit was called, and then
Mm-hmm,
you get
mm-hmm.
to choose whom I have to get on the axe. I have it in my nose, but you know, it was so
I don't know
yeah.
asking about.
So our
That's all
first
I know.
one we'll get into. They'll spray down a boy with the wood chips. That's what it was. And then they choose the one girl that he's not coupled up with to take to the Shake Shack. And the first person up we have is Austin. His question is which boy needs to be axed from the villa. And baby, when he
They
picked
picked Jeremiah,
Jeremiah, I was like, yo, bestie,
of course.
bitch. Like, you need to be axed from the villa.
Them
But
all
him,
offended.
I didn't expect him.
They
But
I do
I
expect him.
really
They're
I
fake as fuck.
really root for Austin. Like I think he's genuine. Like I think he's a genuine person. And I just don't know why he picked Jeremiah.
He could be genuine, but
He
his friend
could.
needs
He
to go
did
home.
also pick Taylor to go home. So when Austin picked Jeremiah to be Actionville, I think he did it because he was like,
He could have sent her to home since
yeah,
he
he
told her
probably I
Jeremiah
feel
need
like
to
he
go
picked
home.
Jeremiah because Jeremiah was the one who's in the longest couple. So I just assume. But Jeremiah chooses Amaya.
And my thing is, her was off
She
bat
did.
her to start taking
She
shit
did.
personal.
But
My bitch is a
Jeremiah
game. Chill
picked
out.
Amaya to be his axe riding companion, which
Mm-hmm.
was so awkward. The booty just wasn't happening, and it was just all bullshit. But Austin chooses Shelly to ride his wet log, which I thought was so adorable. And then we get
Mm-hmm.
Austin picking his beaver. And bitch, the beaver he picks is Olandria. Okay, let's keep that in mind. Tally mark 1 for Olandria in our fucking book, okay? Let's get on to the next person is Taylor. Taylor, he basically says which boy is bored in their couple, and everyone knows, bitch, it's Ace. So Ace picks Huda, who I thought was surprising, but I'm not too surprised because I expected him to more so push for her to be picked in the Shake Shack more than the hump axe bullshit. But he picks Huda.
Yeah, but it ain't a
That's
chance
true.
we gonna
That's
get
true.
her in the
But
Shake
remember, they
Shack.
did push for that one out. We'll get into that later. So yeah, he did end up basically asking Huda to do the grind and axe challenge. And bitch, when I say she almost broke my baby, poor little Taylor couldn't handle all that ass. Almost cracked his neck with that booty. I mean, I was so like she almost decapitated that man. Like did you see his feet fly in the air? If only we could put a screenshot of that on the screen, you guys. It was crazy. But his question was, which boy is pining for somebody else? And who do you guys think? Of course, it's Ace. Ace then picks Iris to be his chop the axe. Sierra was kind of jealous over that, but mind you, I might have skipped ahead. We're talking about Nick. He was next. And I thought that was like, ick. But the funniest shit ever was when Taylor said, pick number 3, my lord. Like, from fucking Shrek. I thought that showed so much character when it was like, who should I pick, fellas? Who should I pick? He was like, number 2. Number 2. Pick number 3, my lord. And I said, bitch, sold. You're the funniest motherfucker. Like, they have the jokes, bitch. I thought that was hilarious. Like, pick me, my lord. Absolutely biologically diabolical. And then, of course, we all know Nick pick was Olandria. Okay. Number 2 for her. Up next, we have Jeremiah. Jeremiah's question was, which boy is the most unhappy in their relationship? And we know, of course, it's Ace. Ace was the most picked boy, I feel like, in the Whitlock challenge, and Olandria was a girl for the girls. So, but he picked Sierra for, Jeremiah to grind the axe. And of course, we know that Huda tries to play it cool. I'll give it to the dumb bitch.
When she tried to play it cool,
She did too much.
She's still doing the most.
So, but I mean, I also think it was because he really tried to show himself. Jeremiah was really trying to show himself, put his interest out there. And of course, when he got the beaver pick from Chloe, oh yeah, he picked Olandria and made out with her. And who the freaky deaky peaky ass? I couldn't believe her with a peekaboo. I see you. Like, what is wrong with you, girl? Like, you're the possessiveness.
She don't know how to play a game.
No, nothing. The chill pill is not in her vernacular at all. Our next up is Ace.
I didn't really expect
I didn't expect you to kiss. But our next one is Ace. His question was, who needs to be cut down to size? He chooses Pepe. And who wants to ride the wetlock? He, of course, wants to ride it with his Iris. And the beaver he fucking chooses? Olandria. Strike 3, I think, for Olandria. 4. At this point, she's riding on. I've lost count. Next up is Jalen. Which boy needs to branch out from his couple? We all know he picks Jeremiah. And shockingly, Jeremiah picked Huda to grind. I was like, what? I think that was him trying to want her to branch out and do other shit. She goes with Jalen, and his beaver pick was Amaya. The kiss was trash, though. The kiss was fucking trash. Next up is Pepe. Pepe was which boy has no chemistry. He picks fucking Austin. That's what makes me really think that they was watching the shit from the hotel, because it was one of those, you had to be there to believe it, bitch. Like, Austin? Why would you pick Austin out of everyone? I would have said, maybe Taylor and Olandria. I don't know. I just feel like Austin and Shelly at least have, I don't know. But it was a 50-50 between the two of them, and he picked them. Then the girl who wants to ride on the log is Hannah. And bitch, the beaver he chooses is Iris. And then last but not least, we have Charlie. His question is, which boy's the stiffest competition? He picks Pepe. And then, of course, Charlie went in on that motherfucking Hannah beaver log bullshit. Like, he almost gave her Magic Mike action. His bombshell picks is Sierra. So now we cut to the villa, and everyone's basically winding down and getting into the challenge details. But everyone's talking about how Huda is a crash out because of that bullshit she pulled, which is
right. And I'm so tired of them constantly trying to press Jeremiah
pressing him
about Huda's action.
He can't. He's not her. And I just feel like it's giving like unnecessary.
And it's like they keep trying to make him feel like she's the
We'll
problem,
see
and then
shortly
it's like,
after. We'll see soon.
ain't this like, ain't
Ain't
this
that
a
the problem?
problem for
Like,
you?
aren't you
Ain't
like
this
you
a
don't like it?
problem
You
for
don't
you?
see that? Like that's a
I don't think he mad who does.
he would, and
If
it'd
he
be
did,
done
he
and
would tell
dead,
her.
dipped in the mud. Like he
But
likes
he
her.
don't. He,
But everyone questions how Hannah felt about Charlie because, they question like, how do you feel about him and that thing? And I finally get the reassurance I was
Mhm,
looking for from Hannah about Charlie. Like she really felt like he went
mhm,
all out, like he gave her that oomph that she was looking for. But the next pull you forward chat we can get into is
mhm.
Olandria and Jalen. Of course,
And
Jalen tells Alandra his favorite part of the challenge was, the clap of the wood. And I thought, well, he said his favorite part of the challenge was, he said his words were fucking, what did he say? He said, my favorite part was climbing the wood, but he meant chopping the wood.
yeah, and he said,
But he
I'm
meant,
a
I
country
think he
boy.
meant
That's what I
chopping the
do.
wood, but I think he said climbing the wood, and that very much so gave gay.
I think he was talking
He did.
about
He meant
climbing a
that. He
tree.
meant
Did you
that.
say climbing
But
a
in
tree?
gay terms, we do say
I could have
he,
said
yeah,
he said
but
climbing a
no, his
tree.
his initial words
I
were,
heard him
My
say,
favorite part of the game was climbing the wood. I mean, the tree, and then she like just skip past it. But that is a slang, a term in gay term. We do say that, like to climb someone's wood. So I was like, oh god, for him to say that on national TV, I was
mm,
kind of like, fuck, faggot. I mean, oh, gay man.
bitch, I'm
Yeah,
chopping all of that out of you,
moving
bitch.
right
So
along. He was gay for saying it. Clamp the wood. But Alandria does say that her and Taylor are still going strong. And I thought that that was cute. Like,
okay, and then we're moving on to Hannah and Pepe yet
yeah,
again in soul ties having a chat, and yet again they get to tongue each other down for the
a
80th time.
thousand.
While my good boy
That's
Charlie is
sad.
sitting there
Then we
lost
got
his
Amaya and Charlie. This
mind.
was the most awkward conversation that could have ever fucking happened in the season. Amaya turned him down.
Very awkward.
He said he wanted to explore his connection with her.
And all the crying she was doing, I'm like,
The
I just
crying
don't want
really
to
just
date
took
my poor
me from
mother.
underneath the feet. Like the crying between her and Huda, I'm like, these tears are sickening to me. So I didn't really get into,
And that's like my best sister in the house. Is it? Is
must
it?
be, because you're crying and she just made out with
Is it?
Pepe, who was your crush. So whatever. But I just didn't like that. I thought it was so weird, like that she was just crying. But at the same time that fucking this is going on, she's making out upstairs. So she's making out with Pepe, like literally.
And then I don't like that she's projecting what Hannah is
Yeah,
saying to her
I
to
didn't like
onto
that.
him,
I thought that was very
saying like,
toxic.
I think you're just
Especially
being
like when they were into like the nightcap shit. I
what she
thought that
said.
was very much so like, oh, you're intentional with this.
And then the fact that she was still in the makeup room crying,
Crying.
like, girl, shut the fuck up, please.
It really blew me. And the fact that Hannah was not even that tripping
It
about it.
wasn't. It was not that
Like,
deep.
it
It
wasn't.
was not that deep.
Then like what cause
You could have just said respectfully, no, I'm not gonna do that because it's my friend, and we're gonna leave it at that.
the
The whole
sobbing and the I would
sobbing
do it,
and
I would
everything
do it,
is
I would do it, but I couldn't do it to you. When Hannah and Charlie get to the chat, bitch, it was kind of like, Hannah tries to, I guess, reassure Charlie, like, I understand, like, what's going on. And Amaya sitting there crying to me and all that bullshit. And basically, I'm going to let you know here and now that I pick you. And I thought that was so, like, that was just, for me, like, icing on the cake perfect.
no, but you know,
They probably are, yeah. It's very much so giving booger sugar. It's diabolical.
that's crazy work. You need to do
um,
that.
yeah, very much so. So we can get into Hannah and Charlie's conversation where he basically like he knows he fucked up, and then Hannah's just trying to reassure him like I fucked up too.
Even though he didn't fuck up, he should
He
have
should
kept
have. He should
proceeding
have
on
kept
to
it
what the
pushing
fuck he was
P.
doing.
But we know that eventually he ends up telling her like, I fucked up. I didn't mean to do that. Like that wasn't me. I shouldn't have did that. And we end up getting into the fact that Hannah's receptive. And Hannah's like, you know what? I've been tripping this whole time. I've been trying to get to know this Felipe man. And he's like, cool, but I have an emotional connection to Charlie. And I really want to pursue that. And I really want that to be my focus. Like, I don't know why I've been being so, like, blah over this man, but you're what I want. And it was very much so given John Travolta and Olivia Newton. Like, she picked him. And the night just takes us. So after they make that promise and he says that their promise to each other, we can now skip to the worst part of the night, Ariana's arrival. So now
Yeah.
let's get into the juiciness of the night. Ariana's arrival to the villa in that fine ass outfit that Lamika loves so much. And
Yes,
let's
it
get
looks
into
good,
the
y'all.
heat that motherfucking bitch came in and instantly said, "Baby, get up. It's a recoupling." Okay? So she very much so, and this is right after the promise between Charlie and Booski Hannah. America is voting,
Hannah.
not them, not anyone else. They vote. So the Bombshells new couple gets voted for. The three newbies step up to the front. Charlie is shitting bricks automatically. Jalen is coupled with Alandria. Pepe is paired with Hannah, and Jeremiah is paired with Iris.
Okay, and don't you think it's crazy how soon as she told you now you are single, how quickly
Baby,
Charlie starts picking
Charlie
his case?
said,
Oh, we just had
first
to
of all, let's
talk.
get into the fact that he didn't even fucking wait. Okay? Charlie started talking, and Shelly and them said,
Right?
wait a minute, don't say nothing, don't say
When
nothing.
he
He
started
said,
talking,
I just want to let you know. I just want to go ahead before this even starts because he already knew. My man knew. He was like, before it already starts, me and
look,
Hannah.
look,
Me and Hannah.
when he did that, I was like, can you shut the fuck up?
That's
It is
crazy because
not the
that's what everybody
time.
else said. Shelly said that. Like, everyone said that. Like, he just kept going. He just said, you know what? I just want to let y'all know. Me and my girl Hannah, we had a really good conversation before it all started, and I really want to let you guys know that we're really working on something and we're building, and I want to stick this out, man. I just really want you to understand how I feel, you know. So yeah, that's it. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I was like,
Please shut the
Charlie,
fuck up.
please shut the fuck up.
But Taylor and him and Hood are all available. The votes got crazy, okay? The votes got nuts. Let's get into them.
I mean, Ace voted for who I expected him to vote for.
I'm going to go into the order that they had went. So, Sierra picks Charlie. Nick picks Huda. Then we got Austin. He picks Taylor. Crazy. Shelly picks Charlie. And then Ace picks Huda. And then Amaya, she picks Charlie. And baby Hannah turned every which way but loose. Once that fucking pick was picked, Hannah, I was the first time I cried during the season. Like I was so sad for Hannah. She really hurt me. I was sad for her.
I wasn't.
You
I'm like, girl, shut the
empathetic
fuck up,
bitch.
please.
I was so sad for that girl. I felt for her.
Sad for what? She literally
She
been tugging another
did,
man
but I
down the whole
felt
time.
the
She didn't give a fuck
emotion.
about Charlie. She falsely gave a fuck about Charlie. Thank you. No tip for a bitch like that.
I
Hell
felt
no.
for her. I was sad because she was like, I just chose my man, and now my man is leaving. Like, she finally decided. She was playing.
She left with him.
Bitch.
Goodbye.
She was playing a game. But yeah, I felt really bad. I cried for her.
You made a promise. Go stick to it. Goodbye.
Oh my. Yeah, well, I was there for you, Hannah Banana. I'm sorry. That was the first time I shedded a little tear. Because I was sad for her.
I really, when that scene happened, I was like,
fuck is Amaya crying for? I was like, Amaya, shut the fuck up the whole elimination.
I think
she could shut the fuck up.
Crying. I think Amaya was crying.
Girl, she could shut the fuck up. She just met the friend and the man. They're both brand new. She could have shut the fuck up. Huda didn't go home.
I mean, she was on the
Even
verge
if so,
of going
she just
home,
met
bitch.
Huda, just like she just met Hannah, just like she just met everybody else. The bitch was crying. I mean, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. I said, if you don't shut the fuck up, we don't know who you are.
But she's Hispanic, bitch.
Ethu.
They are emotional.
Girl,
They're emotional creatures.
That sad ass conversation and that weeping and whining was
fuck.
not getting it for me. But when Hannah cried, I really felt Hannah. I was so sad for Hannah. But that is where our night ends. It leaves us in a great suspense. We are going to get into episodes 13 and 14 on our next episode of Shots and Plot.
Come back and join us.
And guess again.
Like.
For the win.
Comment.
Cheerio. Pep pep. Was it pep pep Cheerio? Pep pep Cheerio. Yeah, there we go.
Please go to hell. Please go to hell.